It is Thursday, and it is time to talk some sports with our guy, Pep. What's going on, Pep?
Yo, good morning, Patrick. What is cracking, man? Listen, yeah, we will get to a lot of football, NFL, and college football. But right now, man, it has been a busy offseason across Major League Baseball, especially if you're a Dodgers fan. Because if you're a Dodgers fan, the team next season is probably going to look significantly different than it did this year. I mean, gone are some big names like Trey Turner, Cody Bellinger. Turner going to the Phillies on a huge deal. Bellinger's going to the Cubs. Justin Turner, he might not be back. So the Dodgers will look very different. And they made a move yesterday, and it kind of went under the radar, but it's kind of a big move because Noah Syndergaard, the pitcher known as Thor, who was incredible with the Mets, one of the best pitchers in baseball, but he's kind of fizzled out the last couple of years, man. If he could kind of return to that form, Patrick, that is a big, big pickup for the Dodgers.
I think so. You add another piece, especially pitching. I think that's worth it. Yes. I like what the Dodgers are doing.
Clayton Kershaw's back on a one-year contract. Walker Buehler will hopefully be healthy. Their pitching staff might be the strong point of this team because they are losing a lot of offense, a lot of their offensive production that they're moving on. So again, the lineup's going to look a lot different next year for the Dodgers.
Yeah, pitching beats good hitting. That's what they say. Good pitching beats good hitting.
Every year, the teams with the best pitchers or the best staff overall across the board, they're the ones that make it to the World Series. So that it could be good. Good news for the Dodgers, bolstering that pitching staff.
Yeah.
And quick shout out, speaking of pitchers, the pride of Yucaipa High School, Taijuan Walker, he's going to the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies are really loading up. They got Trey Turner from the Dodgers. Now they got Taijuan Walker, the pride of Yucaipa. 4 years, $72 million for Taijuan Walker.
All right, so they add a little something to that great team. We're talking about the two best teams in the league, it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the Phillies go to the National League Championship Series last year, so the Phillies they're no joke. I mean, they're really, really good. So we'll see if they can make it all the way this time around. But yeah, they're picking up some big pieces right now too.
Just interesting to see that they're adding pitching.
Yes.
It's normally always a big bet.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's talk some NFL. Good one tonight on Thursday night. Foosball, 49ers, Seahawks. The Seahawks are in desperate need of a win. The 49ers are all kinds of banged up with Brock Purdy questionable. Deebo Samuel is out tonight. This is a big game for both teams. The 49ers trying to keep that momentum going in for the Seahawks. They've kind of stumbled a little bit, Patrick. This would be a huge win if they can get going in the right direction again.
Yes, that is so true. We have had a better season than everyone would thought. Of course, we talked about it many times for many weeks, but this is a huge backyard brawl. You're playing your brother game. Yeah. The 49ers look so good right now, but like you said, those injuries, I think this is going to be kind of like a war. We do need to win this game. If the Seahawks don't win this game, I think, unfortunately, it's pretty much over. I hate saying it's over, but, I mean, the 49ers are so far out ahead in the division. You know what I mean? They're already ahead the way it is. And then if they beat Seattle, we're the only threat that's even close to them. So, hey, they're going to do their thing, unfortunately, I think. Because downgrading in quarterback, it doesn't feel like it made a difference.
No, and especially because the 49ers, they're going to hold you to, 13 points, 14 points. Like, they're not going to give you a lot of points anyway. So if they can just score, 2 touchdowns, they're probably going to beat you. So, and what's unfortunate, Patrick, for your Seahawks is they have had such a great year. It's been such a great story because nobody expected them to be in this position. If they fall short of the playoffs, we're not going to remember how good they were this year and exceeded expectations. We're just going to remember, they didn't make the playoffs. They're just another one of those teams that underachieved. But they really haven't. They really have had a good season. I'd like to see them get into the playoffs.
You're right about that, all that, basically. But, I mean, I think that's part of the reason we love the NFL so much is it is tough, man. Yeah. You can even play really well, and it may not work out for you.
Yeah, in a brutal NFC West, the Rams and the Cardinals look like the two teams who will not make the playoffs. And, the Seahawks still have a chance. You're telling me there's a chance, and I think there really is. But if they could sneak away with a win against the 49ers tonight, that would really help their cause. But obviously easier said than done against that Niner defense. They are unbelievable.
All I need is a chance.
Yes. So that's Thursday night foosball. How about Saturday NFL action, Patrick? Now that the college football, we're getting to the bowl season. We'll talk about some of the bowls in a moment. We got a triple header coming up on Saturday in the NFL. Colts and Vikings start things off. Ravens and Browns, Dolphins and Bills, triple header action. And I'm excited about that Dolphins and Bills matchup because speaking of teams who have stumbled a little bit, the Bills have stumbled a little bit down the stretch. We thought they were the Super Bowl favorite. And the Dolphins, they're trying to get back on, to their winning ways, getting back on track there. Those are some intriguing games for Saturday games.
Well, what they say is that the Chargers may have kind of figured out what the deal is with the Dolphins. And the deal is that Tua cannot throw outside the numbers. So basically what they did is they clogged the middle of the field and they found out that it made it really tough on Tua. So and it's been 2 weeks in a row now that he's had trouble. And this is a copycat league. Yep. All these defenses are going to do that now. And we'll see. This is a big test for Tua. Can he adjust to the adjustment?
Yeah, and I think it's in Buffalo, right? So it's gonna probably be, I think Miami Dolphins. I think 80 degrees and palm trees and everyone wearing sunglasses or rollerblading. But no, they're going to Buffalo, and it's gonna be a night game. It's gonna be cold. I think that's an uphill battle for the Dolphins. I think Buffalo gets back to their winning ways, but you're exactly right. It is a copycat league. If you have some success against a team, now there's video on it, and other teams are going to look at it and be like, okay, this is how you stop Tua and Tyreek Hill and that high-powered Miami offense. And I like Buffalo in that one. But I'm just excited for NFL football on a Saturday, man. It's like Christmas came early for all us football fans out there.
Yes.
And real quick on the Chargers, they play the Titans. That feels like a playoff game as well because both those teams are looking to stay in the playoff hunt. The Chargers definitely need a win. They're right now neck and neck with the New England Patriots for that final playoff spot. So if you're a Chargers fan, keep an eye on what the Patriots are doing. But first and foremost, take care of your own business. Beat Tennessee this weekend and put yourself in that spot to make that final playoff spot.
Definitely, man. It's cool. It'll be fun to see what happens.
Yes. All right, talk a little college football as well. It is the bowl season. We got the LA Bowl this Saturday. That is Washington State Wazoo taking on Fresno State. Patrick, I'm a West Coast football fan, man. The Cougars taking on Fresno State, the Bulldogs. I love that matchup.
It should be a great matchup. And I know this is kind of a bummer, but really quickly, I have to mention the passing of Mike Leach.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness, that was such a shocker. We have I was looking over so many videos of Mike Leach saying so much funny stuff. A lot of that he did at Washington State. There was a big push for some of the people to maybe put a couple swords beneath the
he's the
Washington
pirate, right?
State. Right, to a little ode to Mike Leach, and they're actually thinking about doing it. I think that would be really cool. So R.I.P. Mike Leach, my goodness.
Oh my gosh, Mike Leach, man. Everyone's got a memory or a story about that guy. Beloved by everyone. I don't think anyone's ever said a bad thing about Mike Leach. And interesting enough, and I didn't know this, Patrick, he actually started his coaching career out in the desert at College of the Desert. That was his first coaching gig.
Right, because I guess he has a law degree. He's a very interesting individual, kind of a goofy guy, right? Talks crazy, but extremely smart, obviously.
Yeah. Oh man, his coaching tree and what he did to that air raid offense when he was the head coach at Texas Tech, and obviously you mentioned Washington State, and most recently Mississippi State. And he was their head coach, and they're still going to play in their bowl game this year. Despite the passing of Mike Leach, but everywhere he's gone, he has kind of reinvented the game. His offense was something like no one's ever seen before.
But look, he helped reinvent the game in college for sure, the pass-happy offense. But also, he really reinvented the slot receiver position by finding Wes Welker. He's the one who found Wes Welker. And look what that did to the NFL. Now in the NFL, you got to have a Wes Welker slot receiver. And that's how the whole riverboat works.
Yeah, man. He had such a huge impact on the game of football, period. Obviously in the college football game, and like you mentioned, Wes Welker trickled into the NFL because he was having so much success at the college level. So Washington State, Fresno State, the LA Bowl Saturday. The other interesting game maybe might be the Las Vegas Bowl. You got Florida taking on Oregon State. That's kind of an intriguing matchup as the Florida Gators take on one of our Pac-12 schools. So college football bowl season is here. We got NFL Saturday, bowl games are here. So if you just want to load up on football, this is the greatest time of the year right now.
It really is, man. Those are two really exciting games, so it'll be cool for college football. And then quickly, before you get out of here, World Cup, I want to say that is 6 a.m. our time. Is that correct?
I think on Sunday, right? Yeah, if you're into the old football, Argentina and France.
Messi, I mean, ole, ole, ole. You want to see Messi do his thing against a very tough France team. I know I haven't paid attention as much, but it is the final. I'm thinking maybe I can watch a little bit of that while I'm getting ready for my NFL.
Yeah, listen, even if you're not a soccer guy, like Messi is the greatest player on the planet, if not the greatest of all time. So like if you're into Tom Brady, if you're into Michael Jordan, if you're into Tiger Woods, like this is just a chance to see the greatest at his craft, still in his prime. And, Argentina with Messi has never won the World Cup. So this might be a historic moment where Messi finally gets his World Cup championship and kind of, seals the deal on being the GOAT, right? Everyone's talked about the GOAT. He is the GOAT for soccer.
So cool. So you will see that Messi and Argentina, France, 6 a.m. on your Sunday, maybe before you do your NFL, you guys.
Oh, man, that's early, but I might do it.
Yes, tell them how to get your stuff.
Get my stuff 24/7, Inland Sports, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and the Inland Sports YouTube channel.
Thanks, Pep. There it is, dude.